The screwdriver, a simple yet very useful tool. Used incorrectly, however, you're left with damaged strip screw heads, like these. In this video, I'll show you how to correctly use screwdrivers to avoid damaging your screws, with emphasis on Phillips-type wood screws. In general, the rules and technique are the same for other types of screws. There are two simple rules that apply. First, use the correct size screwdriver, and second, apply the correct technique. Using the right size screwdriver is just a matter of matching it to the screw to be used. If the tip won't slip easily into the slot as shown, then the screwdriver is too big. Then try a screwdriver one size smaller. Here, the screwdriver tip slid in easily, yet snug. When you turn the driver, the screw follows snugly without any play at all. Hence, you've got the correct size screwdriver. Let's try a different size screw. The screwdriver tip is able to slide in quite easily, but you can see and feel that it's loose, with a slight play as you rock the screwdriver. Hence, the screwdriver is too small for the screw. Now that we've correctly selected the screwdriver size, how do we drive a screw properly? Using a screwdriver is not just a matter of twisting it. There are two forces that must work together to make it happen. First is the axial force, wherein you push the driver against the center axis of the screw head. Second is the radial force, wherein you turn the screw head. Both forces must work together. Between the two forces, the rule of thumb is that the axial force must be greater than the radial force. Let's drive some screws, shall we? First, use an awl to create an indentation on the spot where you want the screw to be. The indentation prevents the screwdriver tip from slipping. Before turning the screw, push against the screw head firmly, which is the axial force, then start turning, which is the radial action, maintaining firm axial pressure while rotating the screw. In cases where the wood is tough or the screw is long, you may encounter resistance. If so, you should stop, then increase the axial pressure until you can feel that you can turn the screw without the screwdriver tip slipping out. Continue driving in spurts, making sure a strong axial force is applied before turning. The result is a clean, undamaged screw head seen here. Let's try another one. This time around, not applying enough axial force. So I started out the same way, applying and maintaining a firm axial pressure while turning the screw clockwise. So far, so good. But when resistance came along, I didn't increase the axial force before applying radial action. You see the screwdriver tip slipping out. The screwdriver tip comes out every time the axial force is not high enough. The result is a stripped slot shown here. What about removing screws? You use the same technique. Press the screwdriver really hard on the screw head before attempting to turn the screw counterclockwise. Make sure the screw turns together with your screwdriver. If you feel the screw isn't budging and the screwdriver tip starts to slip out, please stop and increase the axial force further before trying to turn the screw again. This one's a clean removal. Let's try another one. Let's see what happens if you do not apply enough axial force. You see here the screwdriver comes out. I intentionally continue to turn the screw without increasing the axial force. The screwdriver comes out every time. The result is a damaged, stripped screw slot. One more thing. There's a way to make driving screws much easier. You just need to drill pilot holes. Pick a drill bit with a diameter slightly smaller than the diameter of the screw. Again, use an awl to create an indentation. Of course, you need a power drill to drill the pilot hole. We'll discuss the power drill in a future video. Drill the pilot hole to a depth about the same length as the screw. Then apply the same technique, the axial force greater than the radial force. But you'll find that the force you use to drive the screw will be uniform from start to finish. There you go. I hope you learned something from this video. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe. And don't forget, safety first.